Hello. In this video, we're going to go through how to set up your scoring options within the Fantasy Sports Garage projector. Let's take a look. Okay, here we are at the FSG Predictor. We're on the scoring tab, and each set of scoring items is broken out by position. So running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends, kickers, defenses, and individual defensive players. As with the input sheet, anything in green is user editable. And as you make changes, it will update the scoring for your players in real time. So let's take a look at how this works. So if I'm at running backs, rushing yards, I'm going to give you 1 point for every 10 yards that you run. All right, so that's the way that you would read this. So number of points per unit. And then it gives you a normalized score just so that you know what the multiplication number would be. So rushing touchdowns, I'm going to give you 6 points for every time you get a rushing touchdown. All right, so that's how you would read this left side stuff. On the right-hand side are all your bonuses. So for example, if somebody gets a 100-yard rushing day, they get an automatic bonus of 5 points. Now, if you get a second 100 yards, the system doesn't incorporate that. So this would just be the one-time 100. Players getting 200 yards a game, they don't average that. So you'll have a little bit of a mistake in there if guys consistently get 200 yards. But that's not really happening all that often today. So let's take a look. So if I look at running backs right now, you can see DeMarco Murray, I'm showing it's going to get 296.3 points in 2015. So that's based on these scoring rules. So let's just do something crazy, and let's say that I give him 1 point for every 5 rushing yards. So I make that change. I come here, and now you can see he's up at 426. Right? So the number of points that I'm predicting for him just went up dramatically because I'm expecting him to get almost 1,300 yards rushing this year. So if I come back here, I'll change that back to 10, and you'll see it went from 426 to 296. As we scroll down here, for kickers, we have the number of made and missed. So there's not a total here. It's made and missed. And so you get positive points for anything made and negative points for anything missed. For defenses, we have several categories. So if you're doing defenses, it also includes special teams. And so defensive points, once again, the number of points per unit. So for every interception, you get 5 points. On this section here are bonuses. So if somebody gets between 0 and 1 point, so essentially gets a shutout, they'll get 10 points. The defense gets a 10 points. Between 2 and 5 points, 8, and so on and so forth. You have yardage bonuses, passing yardage bonuses, and rushing yardage bonuses. If I go to the defensive page here, that's what these lookup per game stats look at. So it looks at rushing yards per game, passing yards per game, and then goes back and checks the points that you're getting based on these bonus tables here. And then, of course, for individual defensive players, if you're using those, the number of points per unit. So for a solo tackle, 1 point per unit, so they get 1 point for every solo tackle. 2 points for every sack, and so on. Of course, all these items in green are items that you as the person setting this up can change. And as you update these stats get updated in real time, and then what you would want to do is if you're just working within the position player, you hit the sort button. It'll only sort this particular position. And when you're ready to go to your draft, you would hit the update all, create cheat sheets, and it'll go through and it'll sort everything for you based on your latest scoring rules. All right, good luck.